There's the trap every service business falls into. You need content to get clients, you need to produce blogs, social posts, emails, videos, the list never ends. But this is how people find you and trust you and decide if you're worth paying. It has to be done. So you produce the content and you get a client or two, and then those clients basically eat into every hour of the day. You obviously need to do this to eat, important stuff. And you produce the content. But the only problem now is that how do you produce content for your own business? And the only way to do it up to now was to work weekends, was to work every hour God sends. This can easily add 15 hours plus on top of an already packed week. And it's not sustainable. You can't do it all the time. You're burning the candle at both ends. Your content dries up, your visibility drops, and your brand quietly pays the price. That's the content trap, and most business owners I know are stuck in it. When I started playing around with AI content, I thought this was the answer, the escape plan from the content trap. Then I read the output. Everything was transformative, meticulous, digital landscape, elevate, delved, who delved? That's when AI slop entered the lexicon. And it's what you get when you ask AI to create content without telling it anything meaningful about your business. Just under 3 years later, and a lot of trial, experimentation, and quite a bit of swearing, I found a way to fix it, to break out of the content trap, get my time back, and produce content that actually sounds like me, like my brand. This is what I found. AI doesn't produce slop because it's bad at writing. It produces slop because it doesn't know you. It doesn't know your tone, your positioning, or your clients, what you'd never say, or what makes your business different. So it defaults to the same generic output it gives everyone else. It's why a lot of AI reads like a lot of AI, regardless of the business or the brand. It's because it just really doesn't have anything to work with. So let's fix that. Give AI a proper brief about your business and the output changes completely. Quality content produced fast, not 15 hours a week, a few focused hours that cover every platform, every format for weeks. That's the escape route from the content trap. Now you know what it is, let me show you how it works. The thing that changed everything for me, it wasn't a fancy prompt, it wasn't a persona, it was a document. I built a brand voice document for my business. Everything AI needed to write, like me, like brand, like what I wanted to bring across to readers and viewers of my content. I told it who my clients are, what I do, how I talk, what I never say, and also I gave it the benefits ladder framework I used to make sure content sells rather than just fill space. It's what you need to do as well. Then I loaded it into a dedicated Claude project with custom instructions. A now has my voice on tap permanently. No more going back to the dark days of Elevate. The final piece was templates, not prompts you copy paste every time, not personas, simple fill in the blank structures for each content type. Blog post, fill in topic and have 3 key points. Email, fill in the offer and the audience. Paste it, done. That's the system, brand voice document, custom AI project, templates, library, 3 components, works every time. So since putting this into action, I've published a blog post every week since the end of January, and that's not the impressive part. The same system produces my video scripts, podcast episodes, email sequences, and social content across every platform, and that's while keeping on top of client work. A few hours of focus work generates 2 weeks of quality content across everything. That's gone from 15 hours a week to a fraction of that, and the output is arguably better because the system doesn't have bad days. More importantly, it's working, future clients are finding the content, engagement is building, the brand is visible once again. You don't need a big team or a marketing budget to compete on content. You need a brand voice document, a decent AI platform, and a template system built around your business. That's all you need. If you want a system built in a single session, book a consultation with me at powercopy.co.uk. If we're a good fit, 1-2 hours session later, and you'll walk away ready to produce quality content in your brand voice fast.